Meghan and Harry, the time's most insufferable and most hypocritical. Most influential, like most incurable, proving that magazines are more irrelevant and out of touch than ever. Time has included Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in Time magazine's list of 100 most influential people of 2021. Please, can you name one real application, the actual application implemented by these two names that have served anyone but themselves? Let's see. They started 2021 off with a bang, sat down with Oprah to launch a verbal ballistic missile from a lush Santa Barbara garden, claiming that the British royal was unconcerned that the pregnant Meghan had committed suicide, and that there was segregation among high-ranking royals. All this while Prince Philip, the Queen's husband of almost 74 years, lie in bed. Be kind, as they told us repeatedly. Kindness is their trademark. River. Oh, how we have suffered this year. Our common hope that it would strike the world end would be dashed. We've been ravaged by natural disasters and man-made disasters, like those endless videos that Harry and Meghan stream from their $14 million 9-bedroom, 16-bathroom mansion, lecturing us on everything from U.S. presidential elections to, of course, the environment. Did you catch Harry flying privately a few weeks ago? Polo match in Aspen. Such a great look for these two self-appointed eco-warriors. Netflix, Spotify, Sussex Royal, Commodity. These two companies are only interested in promoting themselves and celebrities. We've endured a harrowing home video that Meghan made with Melissa McCarthy, another self-aggrandizing act under the guise of some BS initiative that no one remembers. Harry is outside, juggling through the window. McCarthy later said that Harry was worried he would look weird doing it. Exactly. What do Prince Harry and Meghan do exactly apart from expelling vast sums of carbon emissions every year with their extensive private jet travel itinerary and other emission-busting nonsense? If living in an extensive 16-bathroom McMansion is not enough of an insult, what the fuck is? Being the self-proclaimed saviors of the earth with their constant nonsensical lectures is obviously not enough. What happened to their Spotify show that was meant to change global consciousness? As for the awful, saccharine, puerile, illiterate book written by Meghan, insider publisher knowledge reveals that the book was in fact purchased in its thousands by Meghan Markle's team, so it would top the New York bestseller list. That's the only way it could get to that level, simply because no sane person on the planet would buy that book if they possessed a single brain cell. In a world where everyone has an opinion about people they don't know, the Duke and Duchess have compassion for those they don't know. Chef Jose Andres wrote for the magazine, "They don't just choose, they run towards the struggle." By running in the direction of the struggle, Andres is meant to make nearly every great human tragedy about themselves, from staging Remembrance Day pictures at a California cemetery to their declaration of Afghanistan teaching us all to reduce suffering, to moving back their sights back to 9/11. Well, yes, sure. Let's just call them what? Serious and crude. Even Twitter has it. The cover of the Time 100 of the couple, Harry with suspiciously ruffled hair and Meghan without wrinkles and highlights, was read as trash. The cover looks so fake, said one. Oh wait, that's because they are. Wow, Time is down, said another. Difficult. At Britain's National Television Awards last Friday, the pair were booed when the Oprah clip was released. Everybody joins in an unprecedented spectator told The Sun. It really was funny. Still, Harry and Meghan are sure to win, steeped in their illusion of being global leaders, one that's bolstered by a silly list. However, reports suggest that Spotify wants some content by the end of 2021 to justify that $25 million salary. Harry has a memoir coming out, a memoir that is rumored to kill his stepmother Camilla and embarrass the royal family. After all, he wouldn't get $20 million without spilling some dirt. But remember, people, be kind and continue to pay attention to the Sussexes, even though what they really want is privacy. One has to feel awfully sorry for Harry, though, that he does not know whether he's coming or going. He has a form of verbal diarrhea with no plug-in in sight, much to the detriment of anyone exposed to the media or the long-suffering royal family. How much money was pumped into the life of Harry over the years? How much taxpayers' cash was pissed away in Mahiki and places like Las Vegas? Harry may be an ungrateful parasite who constantly wants more cash and fame for his greed-driven ego. But there may come a day when even the real Lilibet has had enough of this uncouth, narcissistic creature of low intelligence. Let me analyze. Meghan Markle expected to have influence over everything, over who would be the first in the royal family, over what duties she would accept, over accepting gifts from those she could wrangle into giving her something because of who she was. She expected to be able to sprusk onto the political subjects as her leisure, to be able to pick and choose the dignitaries and world leaders who would be welcomed at the palace, and where she stood in the receiving line to be honored and worshipped. Most of all, she thought she could ensure that nothing but lovely stories about her would be printed and spoken about in the media. In her mind, she was entitled to nothing less. Why does she believe such nonsense? She was the newcomer, marrying the spare, not the heir. What led to her belief that she would immediately be so significant that she would use the whole order of the royal family? Perhaps because she is delusional and without any self-esteem. She thought the way the public accepted her made her by the next great thing. That, and she was calling herself different so that she thought she was a first. Possibly because the only milieu she really understands is Hollywood, which she was born into. There has always been an understood rule that the studios protect the reputations of their contracted stars and even starlets and are prepared to use blackmail and threats to stop stories unfavorable to them being published. She came in assuming the royal family would do the same for her that Hollywood studio would, and that she couldn't or wouldn't believe it when they told her otherwise. We found an issue. Was Meghan Markle expecting to have more influence over the stories printed about her in the British media? And a royal expert, Ms. Julia Sun, wrote, I was tempted to pass on this hideous question because, like everything else, Ms. Markle appears to have staged her public life. She was very obviously successful in controlling her British press releases before and during her royal career. I recall reading a pre-engagement article about how concerned Catherine was that Meghan would drop poor Prince Harry, as if, and we wish. It was alleged in the post shared through a friend that Kate was chasing Meghan down, begging her not to use Harry and discard him because he would be so devastated. As if. Maybe it was the same friend who spread false rumors to the press down the track about an invented affair between William and Rose. Oh, and carrying letters Meghan wrote to Daddy Dearest in the press. They were allegedly 5 friends. Okay, Meghan tore her best friend, Jessica Mulroney, limb for limb, decapitated her, then threw her one head and 4 limbs on a platter when she tarnished the Duchess's image. Thus, we saw Meghan, 5 friends on one platter. Oh my God, Meghan certainly was born under a lucky star, but heaven forbid the day her comes crashing down to earth. And the palace debacle all started with one slip of a Californian girl that we wouldn't have given a sideways glance to if we passed her in the street. Hardly a Disney princess. I think that she assumed it would be both similar to the U.S. supermarket tabloids, who tend to be uncritically print whatever someone's publicist sends them, and that the royal staff would respond to each and every story. She was wrong in both respects. Now, you may not like the tabloids, I don't particularly, but we have a free press, and what people tend to forget is that they are good at their job. They find stories, usually exposing the hypocrisy of someone preaching one thing and doing another, and now nothing will sink you like the tabloids faster than hypocrisy and pomposity. Obviously, this was immediately a problem for Meghan. Sometimes they're nice about the royals, sometimes not. That's just how it is. No one bothers pushing back because once you start, you'll be doing it for every petty story and it doesn't matter. The news cycle will move on and people will forget anyway. Instead, by showing how thin-skinned they are, Harry and Meghan really did open the door to the tabloids, royally mocking them at every opportunity. And there's been plenty of ammunition. They've either been very badly advised or they've ignored the advice they were given.